I fantasized about Thai food tonight. And I was not going to get it for myself because it's a little more expensive than cooking for yourself. And I don't feel like I need to be spending any extra money right now because I'm a musician and we're not getting a lot of work right now. So a good friend of mine got me some Thai food. So I figure I would like some company while I'm eating. So thank you for being here. And I'm going to let you ask me anything you want while I eat this Thai food. And I'll say, thank you. Have a nice day. I was going to tell you how my day was, you know. We're all friends here. I sang at Golden Drops Cafe and I sang at the Georgia Hemp Company today. So it was a really good day as far as musical expression. And I'm still kind of like digesting the day at the Capitol on Thursday. I made myself this crazy detox shake the next day, which had sea moss powder, diatomaceous earth, hemp, maca, almond milk. It was nasty, but I had it today too, and I feel like it really like revived me as well. And also in this video, I also got sent a very special gift by a fan, and I thought that I would open it up with all of you. Thought that would be fun. So the first thing we got in our Thai food is some coconut mushroom soup. I'm excited about it. Oh my gosh. Do you guys watch mukbang videos on YouTube? I do sometimes. Like, I am curious about what people like to eat. And I don't know, there's something comforting about it. Okay, you can't really see this very well. But it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I wish you could see it better. I don't want to spill. Okay, well, there we go. See how creamy that looks? I probably should put it in an actual bowl. But this is from Top Spice. Oh, wow. So good. I have so much work to do, y'all. I have to register all these songs of mine with BMI. I really am behind on that. And quite honestly, I still haven't figured out how to get all my royalties for my songs. Not that a lot of people are playing my songs or anything, but I'm hoping this Thai food inspires me to get into the business side of music tonight and get some paperwork done or computer work done. This is really, really good. One thing I love about Top Spice is that their containers are totally reusable. They do have styrofoam if you go there, but you can request, you do have to pay extra, or you can bring your own, which I do whenever I remember, but I usually eat all my food because I eat a lot. But yeah, this coconut soup is everything to me. It is so yummy. I do not eat out at a lot of places at all. At all. I'm really, really, really picky. And I really do like Thai food. Although I forgot to say no MSG. They do sometimes use MSG. I thought maybe I can read to you also a little bit more. If nobody asks me personal questions, I can read to you. Not from my diary, but from some kind of book I like to share a little bit of something interesting. Even though boring is like the way to be. I mean, some people would love the boring nature of this video, which is simply just me talking about my day with a friend and just eating the simple things in life. And when we talk and we eat at the same time, we feel fulfilled. We feel a little better. We feel like we're digesting things mentally and physically. Those are mushrooms. I do like mushrooms. Eating is so important. Eating is a good thing. This is so good. So, what is there to say? This world, man. Hey, Frank. Talk to me. Thanks for hanging out while I'm eating some Thai food. This is just a hangout live on my YouTube. You all are welcome to ask me any question you want. And I'm welcome to not answer it. But I might. Yeah. Hit me up. We all can learn more about each other, right? There's always something to learn. So in my Thai food bag, I've got some Thai food waiting for me. Guess what it is? If you really know me, you can probably guess what I ordered. Even though it's not on the GAPS diet, which I've been doing mostly the past 6 months. 6 months. I started the GAPS diet on my birthday. August, September, October, November, December. 6 months. Wait. September, October, November, December, January, February. Yeah. 6 months. This is when the magic starts happening, right? I did cheat Valentine's weekend last week. It was a very, very full weekend, which was more than the weekend. It went to Monday. Had a friend's birthday party. I'm really eager to eat what else is in the bag of my but I kind of want to have a little more soup first. I almost want to be OCD and finish my soup completely before I eat the next thing. All right, Frank, are you going to ask me a question or what? Let's keep it PG. I want to know what R comes from. And I want to know why G stands for something different than the G and the PG. Like PG is parental guidance, and G is something else, right? It's not guidance. General? Why am I kind of cool? I am not cool at all. Maybe spelled with a K-E-W-L. Maybe I'm cool with a K, but I'm definitely not cool with a C. I've never, ever, ever been cool. I don't know if I've ever been popular. I've been more like the geek. Are you kind of cool, Frank? Okay, you want to know? Pad Thai. Pad Thai. Who's excited for Pad Thai? I'm excited for Pad Thai. I'm excited for Pad Thai. Pad Thai. Pad Thai. Who's excited for Pad Thai? I'm excited for Pad Thai. I'm excited for Pad Thai. This is very exciting. And I'm glad I get to share my excitement about food with you all instead of just dancing by myself and my puppets. That makes me happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy. Frank, is this the first time you're on my channel? Are you a subscriber? I am an autist type. Mm. Sometimes the silence in eating is the relaxing part. You know, just like when everyone's just eating at the table together and no one's saying anything, and it's just like, it's like a spiritual experience. By the way, God bless this food. I'm so grateful that I have food right now. So grateful. I feel very taken care of by the food angels. Top Spice have some excellent cooks. I love the random jump, Frank. I mean, I just jumped on here randomly. I've never done this before of just like, I'm just going to eat and talk with y'all. I'm a singer, so usually I'm just here to sing. But I have been doing like readings from books too, because I find that interesting, because I want to share what I like and see if anyone else wants to have a conversation about it. What's your favorite book, Frank? Or what are you reading right now, or what do you enjoy? Oh my gosh, this is so good, but I'm going to have to open that pad thai. I really should open it and let it cool, because it's going to be hot. Hot, hot, hot. All right, I'm going to show you what this looks like. This is really exciting. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm on vacation. I'm eating out. You know, the worst part about cooking for myself is the dishes. If I didn't have to do dishes, it would be nothing. But it is a lot, chopping the vegetable and cooking. It takes time. It's a really nice treat to actually have someone else feed you, which is what's happening. You go to a restaurant, someone else is feeding you. What a treat. I'm going to squeeze some of this lime on here. So what this is it's rice noodles, pad thai. I'm going to put the lime in the soup. And thanks for checking out my other videos, Frank. That was so sweet of you. So pad thai, I tried for the first time when I was in college. I never tried it growing up as a kid. My mom is a great cook, and she cooks everything. Oh, I forgot to say no tofu. I don't eat tofu. I feel like the soy isn't great for my hormone balance. So yeah, I'm mixing this up a little bit to make it look a little more exciting when I show you. But it's basically just noodles, which is not really what I've been doing a lot of. I've been doing a lot of broths. I had a big salad last night. That was yummy. That is pad thai. Pretty exciting, huh? Top Spice pad thai. I probably should put it in a plate because this plastic might be leaching into it. But I'm going to be on the roadish. I love podcasts. I love the equipment, like how the sound sounds so good. It's pretty good temperature. I feel like the light is like really weird. Okay, that better. It's shining out my face. Oh well. If I lean in, go weird. That better? It's a little better. Yeah, I really like podcasts. These are such strange times, aren't they? Like, has there been any podcast you listen to that really... What do you think are like some of the main things people are learning right now, like new things? I always feel like there's always new things people are learning in the world, like trending podcasts. You know what I hope? I hope people want to learn more about hemp. when I have videos teaching people more about hemp. I think that's really, really important. Especially how to use hemp to create energy, to create fuel. We are all in this together. Oh, thank you. You're going through my channel. That's cool. I had to change the words to that song because I'm a hopeless romantic. You know, I'm really like into the words of songs. Like, even if I like the way a song sounds, like, I'm not married to The Secret, you know, that book about how you attract what you talk about. But singing about something is really powerful. And I've written songs all my life, like ever since I was a little girl. I've always written songs to basically help me cope through anything. Like if I hit a wall emotionally, I would write a song about it and it would make me feel better. Even if the words weren't exactly what I was going through, like I might make up the words to be like a little bit more dramatic, but it would channel my feelings. It would channel my emotions. So I felt better. So I felt loved. So I felt witnessed. So I felt connected. So I felt on purpose, not like a piece of doo-doo, you know? So why am I saying all this? Oh my God, it feels so good to eat noodles. It's been a really long time. So with the GAPS diet, you basically rebuild like the gut. So I'm like super sensitive to carbs and sugar because I quit eating that like 20 years ago. And so now if I eat a little sugar, it's just like I feel really weird. And it can feel a little lonely because it's like people go out to eat and then I feel like, oh, I can't eat any of this food, you know? So when you rebuild your gut completely, then you can handle it more, because in that GAPS diet, like the theory is that because you had crazy eating habits or just were born with certain issues, like little micro tears happened in that digestive area, the tract, either mostly in the intestines. And so once you heal that all up completely by really rebuilding your bacteria, then you can kind of handle things like this again, because it doesn't leak out into the rest of your body, basically, microscopically. Who knows if it's true? Right. It seems to be working for me. I lost a lot of weight, not that I was really like necessarily wanting to, but I guess I kind of was. But you know, I wasn't obsessing about it. I'm just trying to be as healthy as I can be. I've always been about expressing myself, but I still feel like I'm a little shy to totally like express everything. Like there's so much I want to create. There's so much I want to express. It's coming. It is definitely coming. So yeah, so back to like doing the cover songs, it's like I often change the words because I might not want to be, how do I say, brooding in a certain emotion. And I feel like some songs are liberating, like when you're angry, like angry breakup songs. Oh, I have written a couple too. But on Valentine's, I wanted to sing like love songs. So I got that Adele song ready for a Valentine's show. And I didn't want it to be a breakup song. I know no personal questions were asked yet, but I'm kind of sharing some personal things, like how I don't eat tofu. That's personal. Wouldn't you say? Should we talk about boundaries? I think boundaries are a huge, important topic. Don't you? I really want to have a better setup soon, like better cameras. I know I'm like a little fuzzy. This is like me saying my dreams as I'm eating. Saturday night's all right, all right. This is so fun. I've never just eaten with you guys. I have watched people eating on YouTube and talking, and I have found it relaxing. So I thought maybe this would be relaxing for you guys. Who knows? I don't know. There's something very primal about it, very real. Like we're actually connecting even though we're not. I really started practicing guitar for the first time in a really long time last week. I picked it up. I was really in practice mode last week because I had like 3 or 4 gigs, and that really gets me excited about practicing to have that like performance coming up, you know? So yeah, I picked up the guitar and I tried to relearn some chords. Like I started learning guitar like years ago before I even picked up the ukulele, and I gave up because I just felt it was too hard. Like my fingers like weren't big enough or something. But now that I've been playing ukulele for at least 5 years now, I feel like it's exercised my fingers, so they're more gymnastic-y. And I want to tackle the guitar. I really do. I probably would like an electric guitar because those are probably easier to play. But I do love playing guitar, like because it's got like a deep resonant sound that supports my voice in a different way than the ukulele. But the ukulele is so fun to just bring around. But piano is my first love. That is a good question, Frank. I am not doing a lot of gigging. I'm obviously not singing at church, which I had at least monthly, maybe twice a month at different spiritual services. I'm not singing at funerals. I'm not singing at weddings right now. The weddings that I have been asked to play at is more, they want cover music, which I don't really do. I'm kind of like a niche, unique, like I'll play you Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And I'm not the best marketer. I do think some musicians are getting hired to do like serenade videos, which are cool, but a lot of people are tighter on money too. So buying a musician is a little bit, fancy sometimes. So gigging has been very hard. But I have a weekly gig. It's outside at Golden Drops Cafe. The weather hasn't been that great. I basically just play for tips there and connections. And it's my home away from home. You got to do what you got to do. And then there's this one bar that I play at once every few months. Yeah, it's not easy, but I just recorded an album and I've been selling that, and that's been helping keep me fed. This is my newest album. It is for children, but the songs are really for everyone, and the story even. We all got an inner child inside of us. And so it's a nurturing CD for this time. My friend just texted me that she was dancing to it. It made me very happy. What's my background in piano? Oh, I'm going to take this big bite first. It is so satisfying for me to dance, chew my food. Am I the only one? Am I the only dance chewer? Well, I was classically trained. since I was a small girl. And I basically did that. My piano teacher's name was Mrs. Schneider. And she was really, really strict. Really, really, really strict. I appreciate her. I'm not talking bad about her at all. I'm very grateful to her. We would have concerts and I would be so nervous. She was a very good classical teacher. She didn't want anything to really do with my original songs, which might have been good. I don't know. So that was like a separate thing. And then after I like graduated from her, I tried this music school for a little while, but I was really intimidated. Honestly, I think there were a lot of guys that just intimidated me. Like I was used to just being me in a piano lesson, maybe me and my sister doing a duet. But at this other school, it was like the guys were like, look what I could do, look what I could do. And I was like always too shy to like jump in there. And it was kind of like a group improv class at some points. But it was fun, you know, I was kind of learning stuff. It was all good. And it wasn't until after college that I learned what chords were, because I was classically trained. Like when I wrote Emmet, one of the first songs I wrote after I like reunited with my musical writing, I didn't care about the key. Like I didn't know about any of that stuff until I had a band and I had to tell them what to play. I was just like, do you want to just play by ear? And they were like, what chord is it? So I had to learn all that. Plus I was hired to do jazz lounge singing around town. And I was just making up, you know how I was making up the lyrics to cover songs? And yes, there are samples of all my stuff online. Well, with the jazz music, I did the opposite. I was changing the music because I thought I loved the words, but I didn't think the music went along with the words because it was like happy music and sad words, you know, like, I don't know. But then I was like told, you got to learn the chords and we don't want to work with you anymore because the clients want to sing along with you and they want to do stuff that they recognize. And I was like, okay. So I started to learn the chords. This is a drink. I think it's called Strive or Thrive. It's turmeric with lemongrass and lemon and black pepper and ginger, fresh turmeric squeezed. Turmeric is like, oh, such the fountain of youth. That's cool. You play piano. So yeah, I have a sample of the album everywhere. Like, do you want me to post a link? I have it on my Bandcamp, which you can listen to for free a few times. It's also on Spotify. Do you want me to post the Spotify link? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to post my Spotify playlist, which is like a combination of like Painted Truth songs and the Clutterbug songs, but it's not like the story of Scribble Soup, which is also called Clutterbug Side B, which is just the song version is Clutterbug Side B. Mm-hmm. You're asking me such nice questions. I was a little nervous you were a troll, Frank, because like random people pop on here and like usually I've been having better luck with random people popping on here being nice, but like oftentimes they're trolls and they just start like saying mean things. Hey, Adapto. Hello, Brazil. So what do you think about Thai food? Do you have a lot of that in Brazil? I've never been. Hey, Diana. Aw, that is so sweet. Awesome singer. I am just enjoying life right now. I'm so glad you like it too. What's your favorite Thai food? Puka water inflation. What's that? What's pad priking? What is that? Is that a fish? Do. This is what I'm eating. Out of the to-go container. I don't have chicken. I actually have shrimp in here. Thanks for keeping me company while I eat. I love company while I eat. I often will want to talk to friends while I'm eating. It just feels like I digest better, and good conversations add. Superpower of stretching, Diana. I love stretching. I was actually about to do yoga before I got this food, and he came so quickly with it. I've been enjoying a water channel, speaking of water, on YouTube. I'm curious, to know who you all watch on YouTube. But have you all heard of the water channel? It's so relaxing, these videos. Someone named Moses. I forget his last name. This is such a treat. I haven't had noodles in so long. He's Israeli, like me. I'm part Israeli. And I really, really, really connect with Israeli food. Big time. Israeli stuff makes me so happy. There's no falafel here like there is in Israel. I love food. Food is I don't know. I think some people are just food. But I live for food sometimes. I think too much. I love the experience of food in my mouth. I love to know what I'm going to eat. It excites me. I love to plan fun meals and create them. Oh, Puka is a cartoon? I don't know what it is. I'll have to look it up. That's what you watch on YouTube? Food is so comforting. It's nice to know you're taking in some form of energy for your body to use to create life. It's kind of like being satisfied, being satiated. Can I react to a video? What do you mean? Can I like it? Comment? Do y'all live for food too? Do you have something? Does anyone eat something every day? Aw. Thanks, Frank. I sometimes want food to be more exciting than it needs to be. It's okay to just eat normal things. But I don't know. I sometimes complicate it and I want to make things really special with my food. It's an art. It's a song that I want to sing to these little molecules going into my body. Hmm. It is so good to eat slow. I think if I wasn't here with y'all right now, I would be eating a lot faster. Because, like, food fills you up emotionally and physically. But when you're filled up emotionally in other ways, then you can eat slower because you're not trying to fill yourself up emotionally. Yes, Emmett. I finally learned how to play that on ukulele, though I still struggle with some of the chords. Now that I know what chords are. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting on a grounding pillow, by the way. I talk about earthing in one of my live videos where I read about it. There's a book called Earthing. Really interesting. It's about how, like, being barefoot on the ground gives you electricity that balances out the charges of the free radicals. Helps you not be inflamed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love food. Oops. I love food. I'm from New York. We had everything. We had the best food in New York. Not that Atlanta is not bad either. But man, I was so craving a New York bagel yesterday. I kept feeling like I was smelling a bagel. Where was I? I don't even know where I was. I could have sworn I smelt. Oh, I was leaving a restaurant in College Park. Oh, that was a really good restaurant that I went to after we met with the legislators all day at the Capitol. I went back to College Park with a friend, and we ate it was called the Corner Grill. And it was like a lot of seafood options. And I got broccoli with one of the dishes, and it was like the biggest broccoli ever. Hopefully it wasn't GMO. It was really good. And it was grilled, so it had like a little black spot on it. So good. Yes, I met with the legislators about the hemp bill. Like 20 years ago, I was like woofing. I was kind of homeless, actually. Yeah, I definitely was. But I had so much support from my friends, thankfully. But I was living out of a truck that my boyfriend at the time, even though it was under my name, he kind of claimed it. And so dropped me off at this farm and just took the truck. And I was just at this farm, stuck at this farm, eating lots of yummy blueberries and tomatoes because that's what was there. And there were huge snakes too. Oh my gosh. It was kind of fun. Anyway, the farmer was like asking me if I wanted to smoke weed, and I didn't. I was like super, super straight edge then. I'm pretty straight edge now. But then it was like my religion. Like, do not bring that near me. It's going to mess up with my spiritual practice, with my emotional practice. I need to be completely sober, right? And so he was just being chill, and he's like, you want something? I'm like, oh, no, I'm good. I'm naturally high. And he's like, well, did you know that at one point it was actually required for farmers to grow hemp, to grow cannabis? Like, what are you talking about? So I ended up in New York. I don't remember like the time piece of everything, but I got off the farm somehow and I was in New York Googling on my mom's computer about cannabis cars. No, wait. About growing hemp. And I found this like one website that talked about all these things that cannabis made that wasn't just smoking. And I was like, what? And I saw Henry Ford's video where he was hitting the car that he made with cannabis and soy and flax. And it wasn't bending. And he was saying it runs on hemp fuel too. Anyway, since 20 years ago, I've learned so much in 20 years. Like, at that time, there was no federal definition of hemp, which is kind of an issue. Now they federally have defined hemp to have less than 0.3% THC, which is not great because the genetics of hemp grown for fiber historically is probably closer to 1%. And we talk about that with Holly Bell on that interview video, which is also on my channel. She's the director of cannabis in Florida. So I met with the legislators about HB 336, which is the new Georgia bill, which is an opportunity for us to change it to make the Georgia hemp program better. Of course, I want to add, we should be able to grow our own hemp in our own gardens. But the big thing is they did this corrupt thing, I think, where they raised the processor fee, the renewal fee to $50,000. No other state is it that expensive. No other state. So that's why I did that whole movie that I released at the end of 2020 called Hempdemic2020, where I basically have footage of these meetings where the legislators are saying, where they're debating about whether or not to raise that fee or not. And a bunch of us went and gave public comment like, y'all, you got to stop this. But they ended up raising the fee. And now, a few months later, a bunch of processors went out of business. I mean, talk about the economy failing because of a law. So we went to the Capitol and we were like, hopefully waking up all these legislators and being like, come on already. Come on. Free the hemp industry. Don't create a bathtub with no access to water. But that kind of feels like what they did. It's like they built a cage and like there's nothing. I mean, there's a little action this year. There was a little action. There were some grows. And I think they might also take out having to contract with a processor. They don't have that in any other state either. So like farmers should just be able to grow without being indebted to a processor. They should be able to process their own hemp. They should be able to sell it as a vegetable, as a seed, We need to completely free the cannabis plant. It's ridiculous. And in the movie, I talk about the medicinal value too, and how it's no big deal if people are using it recreationally. I'm not going to promote it. I'm not going to be like, hey, if you're not feeling well, just go smoke, There's so many herbs that we can use, and that just needs to be a choice. It definitely does. So in that movie, Hempdemic, I talk about the history of the demonizing of it as a cigarette, because it's probably not even as bad as smoking tobacco, to be honest. I mean, yeah, it gets you like a little bit loopy in the brain, but maybe some people need to get a little loopy because maybe they're stuck in an insane reality, which is also an illusion in a way, Hey, chicken soup, nom, nom, nom. What's your channel about? All about chicken soup? Do you eat chicken soup on your channel? I'm like dropping all this stuff. I so have to vacuum in here. This is a really big bite. You're magical, Frank. I feel like I'm making a bunch of new friends right now. Did I put Thai food in the description? Do you all like Thai food? Is that why you're here? I have a drinking problem. Like I literally always, it's so embarrassing, especially on first dates. I always miss my mouth when I'm drinking. I think maybe my bottom lip isn't big enough or something. Do I have like an unusually small bottom lip? I don't know what it is. I gotta finish this soup. Coconut soup, y'all. You like it? It's already kind of cold. But I put lime juice in it. Isn't lime juice like the answer to everything? I think it's so crazy that you can cook food with citric acid, like that raw fish salad where you just like put a bunch of lime juice on it, the Mexican dish. I'll probably go another like 15 minutes. Yes, it's on my channel. It's called Hempdemic2020. And it's also a Sunday songwriting. Hopefully I'll do another Sunday songwriting this week. I have so much footage. I just need to edit it, y'all. Y'all, this has been a crazy time. I'm like scrambling, you know, just to make ends meet and stuff. And also just scrambling to like make sense of the world, you know. I have so many unanswered questions right now. In my little geeky brain, there are so many conflicting beliefs out there. There's not one belief, you know, there's not one way to do things. There's so many different ways. There's so many creative things that we can do. Yeah, I definitely, like, if you don't know anything about cannabis history, I definitely recommend watching that. I found so much out just making that video. Like, there was so much I didn't know, and I'm just like, what? Are you serious? That too? No. Like, literally, like, I should save some of this for tomorrow. This is such a treat. This is like candy to me. Pasta does release serotonin, right? Yeah. Basically, like, one of the things that blew me away is that 2019, super recently, right? There were a bunch of cases. Well, the Roundup cases were going on for a while, you know, people suing Roundup for getting Hodgkin's lymphoma. Like the chemical just like, just messes up the human body so much if you get it on you. So there was that, you know, big issue. I mean, that's a game changer for people invested in those kind of companies, you know. And hemp and Thai candy. And the big thing that I didn't know about was, like, you know, like what Teflon is made out of and all these other things. It's called PFAS, PFAS. And it's like petrofluoride, some kind of chemical that's gotten into our water supply because of not only the manufacturing plants that create these products that use it, which is like carpets, like anything waterproofing, like the foam of firefighters, all this stuff. But also, like, when you throw out your old Teflon pan, you know, in the dump, and then that ends up leaching into the soil with the rain, you know, all that stuff. Well, I just don't understand why more people aren't talking about this. This is what I was talking about, like, trying to make sense of the world. Like, why isn't this a number one issue? Because they did a test and they said that, like, 99% of the people have these chemicals in the blood, and some sources are saying it's been proven to cause cancer, and other sources are saying it's likely that it causes cancer. So, yes, that in 2019, that's what I'm talking about. And I would talk about that in the Hempdemic movie, that DuPont was sued for that. And they did lose But that was not on mainstream news. How did you find out about that? I mean, it might have been on one mainstream channel, but where did you find out about that chicken soup? Aw, I'll miss you, Frank. I'll be live again tomorrow night with my singing at some point between 7 and 10. I'll pop on. Nice to meet you. Please subscribe. Right. It's like, how come everyone's not talking about it? Because we all have this in our bodies now, and we have to figure out how to get it out. I mean, people just don't want to deal with it, you know? I think hemp, y'all, is the solution for so much of this. So much of this. Like, we got to get it in the ground. But I want you to watch the movie, and I want you to tell me what you think in the comments. Like, does it make sense? Like, we got to think about this together, because I don't have all the answers. I'm just like, it's like one big brainstorm with a bunch of information. Now, how do we put it all together? Like, how do we put this big puzzle together, you know? Yes. Okay, chicken soup. So you search it out. You don't wait for the mainstream networks to tell you what's going on. You dig. You dig like me. We got to hang, you know? So did you see the Hempdemic documentary when you were digging? Is that how you found my channel, or are you just on here randomly tonight, chicken soup? Mr. Soup, Mrs. Soup, whoever you are. So good. What a treat. My GIF randomly popped out today for the first time. I like the word nami. I've never heard it before. Now I'm going to use it. This Thai food is so nami nami. Nami nam nam. Nami yummy. Wow. This is where it's like, I feel like I've eaten too much. Like, I am full, but like, I don't want to stop eating because I want to experience the flavors continuously. I don't want to stop, but my tummy's like gonna pop. But honestly, I'll be hungry again in a sec. Gotta let it break down a little bit. I guess there's not much else going on tonight, so that maybe that's why I popped up, because I'm not that exciting right now. Sometimes I am. Pandemic. Here we are. Thai spices are good for the whole body. One reason why I'm really drawn to like Thai food and Indian food, especially in the winter, but like honestly, I always do it for my birthday, which is August, summertime too. I think the spices are both warming and cooling. Like, I've been doing a lot of chai tea. It's been pretty cold in Atlanta, like colder than we're used to. So I've been doing chai tea like every day, which is like cloves and cinnamon and ginger, which just warms up the whole body and it feels so good. I think there should be more rubbing spices all over our bodies. Like, in general, like, I think that should be a thing. Like, I think it should be like, what do you want to do? Well, let's just rub spices all over our body. Okay. You know, like at the girly parties, we put cucumbers on our eyes, but like, there wasn't a lot of spice rubs. I think that's important. I do. I've rubbed turmeric on my body before, and it felt really good. You know, it's messy. So ideally, like, let's go to the beach. You know, I don't know about cayenne, but Thai spices like the ginger The cinnamon, the cumins, the coriander. I feel like that's an ancient thing. I feel like maybe mix it with pine tar, Like pine tar is this like ancient Asian remedy for like everything. It's like goopy. Put it on broken bones, put it on bruises. But yeah, I think Thai spice would be good for bruises. For sure. Circulation, you know? Yeah, turmeric. That's what we got here. Some fresh squeezed turmeric. That's what I'm talking about. We're so lucky. We're so lucky to have Thai food. My gosh. So good. I'm indulging. I'm seriously indulging. This is me taking myself out on a date. Actually, a friend bought me this food, so thank you for that. I feel very lucky. I guess I'll stop this at about an hour. I think that's great, like that it takes me a whole hour to eat. I think it's good to take our time to eat. I think 20-minute lunch breaks, food breaks are like criminal. Because that's not even eating. Like if you go and buy your lunch and take if that's your break from work and you got to buy it. And you also need a break from work, not just to eat. I just don't like that for the whole adrenal system. I don't think that works. I don't think the whole food thing works in 9-to-5 jobs. Something doesn't work. Something's flawed about that. Yep. What do you guys do? What are you into? Ooh, what is that? A bok choy, an onion? So the weird thing is like sometimes people pop in my chats and I want to like go support them on their channel and stuff, but I can't click on your channel from the chats. Like if you have to comment on my actual video and then I can click on your profile and go to you. You haven't? I do it all the time. I constantly watch people eat. It's something so relaxing about it. It feels like you're like, you're eating with them. I don't know. It's just like you feel like something's just real about it, Something's just primal. I'm happy to be your first mukbang experience. Okay. That's all the noodles I can handle. I almost completely killed it. There's really not many left, but I'm going to save a couple. And I'm taking out the tofu. I'm not a tofu girl. I know. I think that's why I like it too. Like I like watching people eat, especially foods that I don't eat, because I'm like, okay, I'm satisfied. They're eating the hot pretzel, not me. We're such, monkey see, monkey do, like human, like we're such reflections of each other. We're 75-80% water, so it's like when we experience, ooh, that was a good catch, someone else doing something, it's like we experience it through osmosis, like crying at a movie when someone else is hurt. But do you like shrimp? Do you want me to feed you a shrimp? I feel like Ursula. Probably get some calcium in me. Shrimp's got lots of calcium. I was vegan for a long time. I've thought about doing one of those videos like why I'm not vegan anymore. I'm still like only vegan when it comes to preparing food for other people, because I do think there's such a service that vegan food provides as far as cleaning the body. Oh, I don't know if I want that technology. Like some people say, oh, that technology will be there where you'll just be able to like rematerialize the shrimp somewhere else, like sending an email message, like sending a food message. I don't know. That sounds GMO to me or something. That sounds like it won't work, you know? I mean, I get it. Like, I do not want animals to be hurt. And it also feels like I can't sustain myself on just a vegan diet, but I could be wrong. Vegan is a diet is heavenly. It is. It is. Thanks, Chicken Soup. Come hang out again sometime. I enjoyed hanging with you. So what else? I've got like 5 more minutes in me. People ask me some personal questions. Not a lot. Got a message I am replying to. Bye. What do y'all feel about the teeth? You know, it's been such an evolution of like spaces in my teeth and food getting caught in my teeth. What do you think about like dates when you're eating food? Those always make me so nervous. Like eating in front of other people. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm eating in front of potentially millions of people. But like your energy's not right in front of me, you know? Like I'm not like worried about how I smell or like, I don't know. It's just not as threatening because like you're not really here, but you are here. Wow. I'm glad so many people know about the stuff that I've been talking about. Like, that's really good. I like that a lot, you know? I'm not the only one that's obsessed about making certain things right in our world, you know? Paying attention to the environment a little bit more. But yeah, how can I close this video? I am going to say goodbye. Thank you. Maybe I should read something to close it off from a book. You know what I just saw on the floor? The Tao of Willie. Should we read some Willie Tao? Willie Tao? Willie Nelson Tao? Should we read about the secrets of his life? His little Tao? He's a cool guy. Successful. Got a family. Cannabis activist. He's got a line of cannabis products now. Look at all that. Have that for tomorrow. Or late tonight. If I can't resist it. Like ice cream. Oh my gosh, this soup. Can I have a little bit more? Is there any left? So good. Eating is like proof of humanity. Maybe that's why it's comforting to watch someone eat. It's like, you have to eat too. You're not perfect in a robotic way. See that? I almost picked my nose too. That's pretty human. All right, so now I'll be back. Oh, I didn't even open up my present. You know what? I think I might open it up tomorrow. I'll give you a sneak preview though. I'll open it tomorrow on my live show, but someone sent me a special package. I'm gonna open it tomorrow. Okay. The Tao of Willie. Random opening. I already read this. How high is up? That's what I read last time. I guess my higher self really knows what we're talking about here. That's his chapter on using hemp for fuel also. Wow, I'm really full, but I am going to eat this last piece. It's way better than having it the next day. You know what I haven't had in a really long time is sushi. I remember the first time I had kappamaki, cucumber roll. Oh my god, that was so good. Maybe I should eat dessert too. Maybe we should keep this going. Because I got my hemp pudding in the fridge. But I put way too much CBD in it. All right, Willie. I don't think I'm in a reading mood. I think I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for hanging out with me while I eat. That was a very sustaining time together. And I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll sing to you tomorrow. Have a beautiful night. Catch you on the flip side.